Howdy, welcome to my channel. Today I will be sharing with you how I created this super cute and fun interactive card. So if y'all are interested in seeing how I created this, sit back, kick your shoes off, and let's begin. We are going to start out with some white cardstock and distress ink in the colors Crackling Campfire, Spiced Marmalade, and Fossilized Amber, along with a makeup brush. So we're going to take this die and it's going to help us figure out where exactly the specific ink colors are going to go. Then we'll get back to this die after that. Now that we're done with the ink blending, I'm going to spray this down and then we're going to set it aside for a bit. Now that we've done some ink blending and sprayed this down, we're going to hold it off for a minute before we die cut. And what we're going to do is we're going to work on another part of this card. So we're going to take a stamp from the Grab the Unicorn set by the Cat's Pajamas. We're going to use this adorable stamp, which has a sleeping unicorn on top of a cloud. So we're going to use our stamping platform to stamp our sentiment as well as our unicorn. And we're going to use my favorite things, extreme black ink, to help us stamp these out. So we're going to take our image and our sentiment and we're going to cut them away from this paper. Now I'm going to color our unicorn. So I'm using my Ohuhu markers to color in my little unicorn. Now, as far as the shadows underneath our little unicorn go, I'm going to use some Prismacolor pencils to help me with that. So I'm just going to start fussy cutting this with my Fiskars scissors. If you have any questions about the products that I'm using, they will be listed in the description box below. So now we're going to die cut this little piece out that we've done some ink blending on. And we're going to just make sure that it doesn't get separated from the paper, from our cardstock, which is why we're using the washi tape. Along with this piece, we're going to cut some clouds as well. Now I will be providing the names of the dies that I use, but in the cases where some of them may be retired, I will provide you with links to similar dies in the Dies R Us shop. Now what we're going to do is glue our sunshiny piece to our acetate. To glue these pieces together, I'm going to use some Bearly Art Precision Craft Glue. Just going to put the acetate on top. So we're going to set this aside for a bit to let our piece get dry. Now that our glue has set, we can bring in some foam tape to help us turn this into a shaker card. And one thing I like to do when I'm working on a shaker card is to just fold my foam tape over itself. By doing this, it helps me make sure that there's enough foam tape to help create the shaker card, and also I don't have to go back and grab another piece of foam tape to go over the first piece. So yeah, so we're going to keep the top of our adhesive sheet on there until we're ready to attach it to the card base. When you're putting your foam tape down for a shaker card, you're going to want to make sure that there is no big gaps, because otherwise whatever you put in your shaker card might spill out, and you don't want that. Now we're going to take our powder tool and we're going to make sure that the edges of our adhesive, of our foam tape, aren't sticky. For me, I just shake a bit of it out, and this should be sufficient for the sides that are here. I like to do a bit of cleanup with a paper towel. Now what I'm going to use for the inside of our sunshine shaker is some sparkle blends, this little piggy sequins. Well, it's a sequin mix. Now I just need to place the front of our card on our card base. What we're going to do is we're going to take the front of our card and place it in the MISTI. We're going to remove the backing from all of our foam tape, and then we're going to stick it on the card base. Now we've got this really good start to our card, but it's definitely needing some elements to be added to it. Like it needs a cloud formation right here. And this one we will just glue it on. We're going to glue it on because we don't want to add too much bulk. So we're going to bring that Bearly Art glue back in to help us out. Okay, so now we're just going to place this little edge on the bottom of our card. And of course we're going to need to cut the sides that are left. Just a little snip, snip. We've got our sentiment. It's going to say, sending a little magic your way. We're actually going to pop that up. We're going to use some foam tape for that. But we're not going to double it up, just a little bit of foam tape. I kind of want to put it in there a bit. Now, we're going to do something super cute. We're going to put our little unicorn on here, and we're going to make it so our unicorn has his little Z's, you know, so you know that he's sleeping. Okay, right there. So we're going to use our Bearly Art glue on the cloud with the little Z's, since our unicorn's taking a nap. Okay, now we're going to place our unicorn right here. And we're going to add a few more clouds because you can't just have 3. We are nearly done with our cute interactive card. And the last thing we're going to do is put a bit of glitter glue on top of the unicorn's horn. I would like to thank y'all so much for sticking with me to the end of the video. I will be providing links to the supplies that I used. If those supplies are unavailable, I will have links to similar items in the Dies R Us website. I hope y'all stay safe, stay healthy, stay crafty. Bye!